left at least 22 people dead. 17 tourists were killed, while 2 of the assailants and 1 policeman died in the raid by security forces that ended the standoff this morning at the Bardo Museum. State television later put the death toll at 22 without giving details. Joining me now, RT correspondent Manila Chan, who was in our D.C. newsroom. She's been following the story for us all morning long. So, Manila, what's the latest here?
Yes, Ben. Early this morning, Eastern Standard Time, 2 gunmen stormed the National Bardo Museum adjacent to the Parliament building in the capital city of Tunis. So far, 20 actually confirmed dead. That's 20 people. 17 were tourists in Tunisia. They're nationals from all over, people from Italy, Poland, Germany, Spain were among the dead. The attack gave no time for those 17 tourists to escape, as the gunmen apparently opened fire on the bus that those people were exiting from. They shot indiscriminately and then fled into the museum. And that's according to eyewitnesses who work at Bardo. The workers say that the gunmen were dressed in military fatigues, and perhaps that's why they were able to get past security on the grounds there. Now, Prime Minister Habib Assid confirmed that among the dead were the 2 suspected gunmen and 1 Tunisian security officer. The gunmen were killed when the security forces exchanged fire after they held 22 hostages for several hours inside the museum. Now, those hostages now freed, but many were injured in the melee. Mr. Assid believes those gunmen had outside help, and a manhunt is currently underway, Ben.
Yeah, so right now we know, Manila, that Tunisia is a place where a lot of ISIS fighters have been coming from. Do we know if these guys are connected to ISIS, and what's the Prime Minister saying?
Well, right now, Prime Minister Assid is in fact calling this an act of terror and has not immediately tied the gunmen to any official group. There's talk that they may have ties to ISIS, but that's sheer conjecture at this point. That's the assumption right now, because as you said, there have been thousands of Tunisians who the government have acknowledged to have left to go join ISIS. By many accounts, Tunisia is the biggest exporter of militants who became ISIS foreign fighters. Now, it's also worth noting that this is the first of such attack in the country in a number of years. It's a twist of tragic irony, really, seeing as Tunisia is where many feel was the starting point for the 2011 Arab Spring that saw governments in Egypt, Yemen, and Libya topple. Now, Prime Minister Assid gave a public address immediately after the standoff came to a close. He condemned the actions and asked for the people of Tunisia to unite together against terrorism. And he believes this assault was an attempt to cripple Tunisia's economy, which is heavily dependent on European tourism. Now, prior to the Arab Spring, Tunisia was one of the region's top tourist destinations and one of the safest, Ben.
All right, Manila Chan from our D.C. newsroom. Thanks so much.